Well, everyone, the Google Pixel 6 Pro has been out for a couple of months now. I think it's been about 4 months. And what I can tell you is that I absolutely love this phone. I think it's amazing. I don't think it's perfect. There's been a lot of issues that a lot of people have been having, but I will tell you, I don't want to make excuses for the Pixel 6 Pro. However, I do think that anytime a brand new chipset comes out, anytime there's a brand new phone in general, there are a lot of issues that happen. Now, the Pixel 6 Pro had a ton of issues as far as I can tell, but funny enough, I didn't really experience too many things on my phone. Now, I didn't use this phone as my main device. The 13 Pro was more so my main device. This was pretty much my secondary device. Anytime I had to make like an Android video, especially on my second channel, I would pretty much use this device. And, from everything that I did with it, it was pretty capable. It was a really good phone. My only issue about this phone was that it really didn't give me that much better of an experience for my Pixel 6 that was substantially cheaper. And even compared to like my Samsung Galaxies and all these other phones, the Pixel lineup seems a little bit more boring to me, even with this new redesign. But in terms of really everything else and what the Google Pixel line could end up being in the future, I'm actually excited about the future of something like the Pixel 6 Pro. Now, luckily for us, I think one of the biggest things to keep in mind is that a lot of the issues that many people have been having with the Pixel 6 Pro isn't really like hardware problems. It seems like most of them are software issues, things like stability issues, apps crashing, some things going on like that. There doesn't really seem to be hardware issues at a widespread scale. So there's not like the cameras are going faulty or anything like that. And I think that's a really important thing to keep in mind. To give you some perspective, the iPhone 13s are also experiencing some issues when it comes down to the displays. That's not a widespread issue by any means, but some of them do have like pink display issues. So it's not just like Pixel. Samsungs have had a few issues here and there, and those are kind of me blank, and that's kind of like a blanket statement on some of the issues. But one of my favorite things about the Pixel 6 Pro, like I mentioned, is the software. One thing I can always account for my Pixel 6 Pro are the softwares that are going to be coming out, and it has gotten a lot of software updates since its first release, which I think is important. I've really only been updating it probably every couple of weeks, and I think we got a mid-February release just now, which is actually really interesting. So that's a really big thing to keep in mind. And I do think one of the biggest things and one of my favorite things about the Pixel 6 Pro was the redesign. We finally have a super premium, Pixel phone, and that's something we haven't gotten in, I think, ever. I don't think we've really ever gotten like that flagship feeling Pixel device. Maybe the 2016 one when it first came out, but even that wasn't that, premium, to be honest. And I'm really happy that this phone has now gotten, I guess, a good framework of what the future of the Pixel lineup could hold. And it's funny because although I love the Pixel 6 Pro, I'm more excited about the future of the Pixel lineup. I think this phone is great, but because of the issues and because of its somewhat weird reputation and weird image that it has right now, I think Google needs to kind of hurry up, fix these issues as fast as possible. That way, and pretty much, in the next couple of months or probably like 7 months from now, when we get the next Pixel phone, and that's when Google's probably going to go ahead and really start focusing on the stability. You have to keep in mind, Google pretty much had to create a brand new phone, and they had to redesign everything for this phone, and they also had to go ahead and, put a new chipset in this thing, the Google Tensor chipset as well. Now, I will tell you, I think the, stability issues and everything are completely annoying, and I think Google should have done a way better job before they released this phone. As big of a redesign, they should have known that this phone was going to be a crazy big, a lot of people were going to go ahead and pick it up. And for them to create a phone like this and for it to be as unstable as it was for a lot of people, I think that's kind of an issue, and Google should have known that. But like I mentioned, I've been using this phone as a secondary device or a third device for quite a bit of time now. I've compared it to all the other Google Pixel phones. I've compared it to the iPhones. I'm about to compare it to the S22s, and I actually like this phone. I think it's a great phone. I love stock Android. I love the ability of just, having a stock version of software on my device, but I do think, I'm getting a little bit bored of Pixels. I think I'm getting a little bit bored of stock Android, and I really hope Google puts a lot more features in the next coming versions of Android, and I guess we'll just have to wait and see what Android 13 holds. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.